To get the best legendary weapons in Starfield that fits with your specific character build, it's actually possible to specifically farm legendary pistols, rifles, shotguns, or heavy weapons, whatever you need. But there are a few steps you don't want to miss when you do this, so make sure you pay close attention so you don't make these same mistakes. Because the weapons you get from this guide will be better than any unique weapons you can get in Starfield. You see, the unique weapons in Starfield don't actually scale. Let me explain in this step-by-step guide of how to farm the best legendary weapons in the entire game. Step 1. This is how you're going to get the best weapon tier in the game. There are actually 5 weapon tiers in Starfield. You have basic, which is the worst, then calibrated, refined, advanced, and superior. The better the quality, the higher the base damage of the weapon is going to be. You can also add further modifications at a workbench as well to increase the damage even further. Now, just so you know, currently, due to a naming bug, the superior weapons only appear with the advanced weapon tag. But like you can see here, they actually do more damage. Even though it says it's advanced, it actually should be superior. Hopefully this gets fixed in the future. So to get the highest weapon quality, what we need to do is travel to the highest level systems, which are level 75 plus. You can see the system level marked at the top left of the screen just over here. You'll find the highest level areas on the far right side of the map. If your character is above level 50 and you're in a high level area, then you'll have the highest chance for the higher tier weapons to spawn. But don't worry, you can still be under level 50 and it still works. You can still get the high tier weapons. They just have a lower chance of spawning. Step 2. Planet and difficulty level. Make sure that you land on a planet that you can actually build an outpost on. So one that doesn't have any extreme climates, so you don't actually need the planetary hibernation skill to build there. Then before you land on the planet, make sure you turn up your difficulty setting to very hard. The harder the difficulty level in Starfield, the higher the chance that a legendary weapon will spawn. On hard mode, you get a 0.5% increase to legendary weapon spawning. And on very hard mode, you get a 1% increase. Honestly, the difference is laughable. And it almost makes no difference to play on very hard difficulty just to get more legendary weapons to spawn. So hopefully Bethesda will buff this stat in the future. Next, we have step 3. Legendary weapon and ammo farming. Because while you do this, you'll also be farming tons of ammo as well. And credits. So now we need to land on the planet, and once we land, we can head outside, and now we're going to press LB on Xbox to open up the scanner. And then we're going to press X to build an outpost. You can place your outpost any way you like, it really doesn't matter. Now, once your outpost is placed, you can now enter build mode. Use the LB and RB buttons to navigate the display items category that you can build, just here on the top right. We specifically want to build the weapon cases. So if you hover over the weapon cases, you'll see that you can scroll left and right through the different weapon case variants. The small one will only spawn the smaller weapons and ammo for those weapons, so like pistols, SMGs, and so on. The medium ones are going to spawn the longer weapons, so sniper rifles and shotguns. And then the larger case will also spawn the heavy weapons. And these are also going to sell for the most amount of credits, which I'll talk more about in a moment. As you can see, each weapon case only requires 1 polymer and 1 titanium to craft. I'll have a guide in the description on where you can farm both of these materials. You can also easily buy them from merchants. Now you're going to build whatever crate you want and just build as many as possible. You can just run sideways and keep on smashing the A button. Or it's actually much faster if you press select to enter the aerial building mode and then just angle your cursor and start mashing the A button to carry on building both the small and medium weapon boxes like this. And they'll just stack on top of each other and you'll be building a massive weapon box tower as fast as you can smash that A button. And ideally, you want to craft as many as you can. Don't worry though, we will be getting 100% of our resources back in a moment. But behold, the leaning tower of weapon cases. Now, as you guys can see, if you open these cases, they're all currently empty. I've scammed you. So now we're just going to use a glitch to spawn the items in here. To be honest, it's not really a glitch. It's a basic core mechanic of how Starfield's loot system works in the creation engine that Bethesda run the game on. So all you need to do is save your game, then just go ahead and reload that save that you just made. You can also just quick save and quick load that quick save, which is obviously even faster. After you've loaded the save, as you can see, every single weapon case will now have a random weapon spawned inside it. And also ammo as well next to it. This one happens to be normal and this one's epic and so on. Don't worry though, you don't actually need to open all these cases. Instead, what we're going to do is come to our outpost marker and we're going to hold down the X button, which is the option to destroy the outpost. It will ask you if you're sure. You're going to say yes. And now everything will get deleted. All of the weapons and ammo will automatically be looted, and they're normally placed in your ship's cargo, so you can go to your ship and access that, or if your ship's cargo is full, they'll just be placed in your inventory. And also, all the materials we use to craft those weapon cases are refunded, so you can do this over and over again. So now you're going to open your inventory or your ship's cargo, and you're going to check if you got any legendary weapon drops, like this one, and then you're going to do it again. Once again, place the outpost. This time I can use heavy crates as an example. The heavy crates can't actually be stacked, so we're just going to move along while smashing the A button to make as many as we can, like this. And as you can see, all of these are empty. So once again, we save the game, then we reload the save, and then all the weapons have once again spawned. And right here, we already have a legendary weapon. So just go ahead and destroy everything at the outpost again, and then look over all the legendary weapons you get each time. And you can just do this over and over. But obviously, some legendary weapon effects are much better than others. Legendary weapons have 3 different effects. Each one is pulled from a list of random effects. If you want a full list of the legendary effects in Starfield, I'll actually leave them in the description below, and then you'll understand the best combination of effects that you can get for your character build. Obviously, the other thing you're looking for is superior advanced version of that legendary weapon, so you can get the most damage possible. And some of these legendary weapon effects are just so broken and overpowered that they're fun for a while, but you'll eventually kind of get bored of just one-hit killing every enemy in the game, even on very hard difficulty, but at least you know they exist. And that brings me on to step 4, over encumbrance and unlimited credits. At this point, you're probably over encumbered, and this is fine because your carry weight doesn't matter in Starfield. You can still move freely, it just drains your oxygen. But there are a few secret tips I can impart to you. If you actually hold down the aim button or the block button while you're moving, you won't actually lose any oxygen. In fact, you'll be regaining it. You move a bit slower, but you can still move. You don't need to stand still. And also, just so you know, the damage you take while overloaded won't actually kill you. It just puts you on low health. So it's possible just to carry on moving with the annoying effects at a faster speed as well. As for the unlimited credits you can get and getting rid of all of these useless duplicate normal weapons that you're going to end up with, currently you can't actually deconstruct weapons in Starfield. I'm not sure if Bethesda will add this in an update in the future because they had it in their previous games. And if you do have a workbench in your ship, you could just deconstruct all of the useless weapons and turn them into valuable crafting materials to make a fully fledged outpost with. But for now, you can't do that. So we can just walk into our ship, teleport to our cockpit, and then we can just fast travel to a settlement where we can sell all of these guns to any merchant. You can also buy all the merchants' titanium and polymer, so we can farm even faster in the future. The vendors are never going to have enough credits to buy all of your items, so you can either wait 48 hours for their credits to reset, or you can just sell them for 0 credits to get rid of all those weapons. As you play more and more Starfield, you'll find that credits are very easy to come by, so that's probably what you'll end up doing in the end. But next, for step 5, after you have the best legendary effects on your favorite superior weapon, we can also go ahead and modify that weapon at the workbench to get the best add-ons for it as well, increasing its damage even further. But if you guys want a faster, more convenient method of getting credits and even more ammo, make sure you check out Starfield's top glitches. And perhaps, if you've got time before you leave, drop a like on the video if you found it helpful. I'll see you in the next one.